listening to LOA Recon with the Good Vibe coach Jeanette Ma, where we dissect the ins and outs and the art and science of conscious creation, all intended to amp up your manifesting game. Let's have some fun together. Okay, so today's story is inspired by my favorite guy whose name I can't say. But you know who I'm talking about, right? He's got 4 legs. He's super handsome. He features heavily on my Facebook page. Yeah, him. I can't say his name because he's sleeping here right by me. And I don't want to wake him up. So, yeah, that guy, though. That guy, how old is he now? He's going to be a year in March. So he's old enough to know this. And he does know this. When he was younger, one of his favorite things used to be litter box treats. Okay, that's not my favorite thing. So I trained him. Your nose does not belong in here. You got no business in any of these litter boxes. And he's pretty good about it. I mean, I'm pretty impressed. Until one day, he was having a play date with Charlie. They were outside. I don't know what I was doing. I stepped outside, I don't know, to shake out a rug or something. And as I turned around to go back inside, out of the corner of my eye, I saw something that I did not appreciate. And it was this guy, my favorite guy, had his nose in a planter box. It's winter, so there's no plants in there. And apparently some cat has used it for their litter box. And because this guy was eating something out of it that I was pretty sure I would not approve of. So, I saw that. And you know what I said? I said it out loud, actually. I said, I'm going to pretend I didn't see that. And I just went on about my day. I got in the house and I was kind of impressed with how I didn't freak out about that. And I thought I pretended that really well. That was a really good pretending that I didn't see it. And I don't know why. It just didn't seem like, I don't know, maybe it's because it was outside. Maybe that should be fair game. I don't know. Because the thing about inside is it's in the litter. That can't be good to eat, you know? So I don't know. It just didn't seem like it was worth getting upset about. Maybe I'll need to train him later on that. I don't know. But I really liked how I just said, I'm going to pretend I didn't see that. And it's as if I didn't see it. It was pretty cool. And I thought, how many co-creators, he just woke up, shook his head. I'm thinking about how many I'm still not going to say his name though, because he might give me a kiss if he knows I'm talking about him. That's another reason he's got to keep his nose out of those litter boxes. So he doesn't give me a kiss very often, but I do like it when he does. He's not a very kissy dog. But every once in a while. Okay. So what was I saying? Oh yeah. So I coach fellow creators about, and look, I get it. It happens to me sometimes too, where we know the way that we're paying attention is the way we're creating our reality. So there are some things that we're better off not focusing on. Like, I don't know, if we're manifesting physical change in our body, we're better off not seeing those things we don't want to see. Or if we're manifesting money, it's better off if we aren't focused on the crushing debt. Or if we're manifesting being on top of our schedule when, we're really in overwhelm or whatever. Sometimes it seems like pretending that this reality is not our reality is really a big challenge. But you know what? We're good at pretending a lot of things already. Not just good at pretending we didn't see our favorite dog eating what we would not like him to be eating, but I know you pretend things really well. Like when, I don't know, have you ever told someone you haven't seen a movie, but you really have, and so you go to watch it with them, and you got to pretend like you don't know what's going to happen because you told them you haven't seen it, and maybe you did that because you knew they wouldn't watch it if they knew you'd already seen it, or there could be a variety of reasons you would tell someone you have not seen that movie when you really have. You're good at pretending, right? You're good at pretending. Or maybe you're good at pretending like, when your sweetie makes a meal and it wasn't that fabulous, but you want to encourage their meal making attempts. So, you give them lots of encouragement. There's some things we're really good at pretending. We can use those skills to our own benefit in our manifesting game. Like when, sometimes this wasn't necessarily, I guess it was, this was a manifest. This was an alignment method when I would be giving a presentation and I would be really nervous, but I would pretend I was calm, cool, and collected. That's a good thing to pretend. It doesn't completely erase it, but it takes a lot of edge off when you can pretend that you're cool when you're not really. Or like, that time when I was manifesting a boyfriend. And you know what? I didn't just pretend I had one. I gave myself one. I owned it. I let him be in my life, even though I had not met him. I had one. I wasn't even pretending. That was just insert him here, but there wasn't any boyfriend in my life. I just pretended. Well, it was pretending. When I was at the movies, I just knew my guy's out there buying popcorn. That's why there's no one sitting next to me right now. He's buying popcorn. Or when I was shopping, I would actually buy things that my guy wanted. Maybe what are the other things we're good at pretending? When I was manifesting clients, it felt more than just pretending though. I let those clients be in my world. They were here long before they ever hired me. I pretended I was making the money before I was. This skill comes in handy, is what I'm saying. And for all those times when you think that there are things that are too hard to pretend about, whether it's with the body or in the relationship or in your bank account or wherever it is that it feels like it's challenging, it isn't that challenging. You're a good pretender in lots of ways. When you notice how you are, it'll make it easier when you practice it for best effect in your manifesting game too. I hope you don't have to pretend not to see your dog eating what you don't want him to be eating. And let's face it, there are some things that we wouldn't pretend we didn't see, like when, sometimes when he finds something out in the yard that I don't want him to be chewing on, I don't ignore that. I run straight out there and take it right out of his mouth. There are some things we wouldn't pretend about. But for those occasions when we know that it benefits what we're creating in our reality, and sometimes, there are some occasions when like we don't have the opportunity to go out and remove something from their mouth. And so we just have to decide. Deciding feels like a step up from pretending. I'm just going to decide that it's okay. I'm deciding that it's fine. Those occasions, they'll inspire you to bring your creation skills to bear, because we know how this works. We know that everything that could happen is happening. And so whenever there's something that we would prefer that is other than what we seem to have, all we have to do is choose that. And sometimes those pretending skills can come in handy. So I'm just inviting you to recognize where you are better at this than you've been giving yourself credit for. All right. Thanks for listening, everyone. Hope you got something from this. See you on the next episode.